Hello Stardust, and welcome back to Radical.raspberry for another radical video where I tell you why you should be cautious with affirmations. At the end, I'm going to give you a better solution. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. When I first learned about positive affirmations, it came hand in hand with learning about the law of attraction, and if you've watched my last video, you already know I'm skeptical of the law of attraction. So learning this information about affirmations really only confirmed those beliefs, which, I don't know, you can challenge me down below, I'm okay with it. But when I first learned that, I was at the beginning of high school, which is like this prepubescent, very like melodramatic time where you're just sad all the time. And when I heard about these positive affirmations, I was like, hey, this is great. I can take the microphone back. I can be in control of my future soundtrack. When you first learn about positive affirmations, you think they're like an encouraging pat on the back, but you need to be careful because that other hand might have a knife. Is that dramatic? Maybe, or maybe not. We're gonna find out soon. Keep watching. I noticed how hard it would be to tell myself an affirmation like, I am lovable when in a bad state. It was like a boxing match with my own brain. It's like talking to a brick wall. You don't want to hear yourself when you don't believe it. You know how it is when you're having a conversation with someone who has opposing political views. I am loved is rallying up the votes. When will you join them? The only thing rallying up is my anger when you push your beliefs on me. But how can you not believe with I am loved? It's logical. An honest nationalist would support their campaign. I don't need you to tell me what is true and then make me feel bad for not believing that it's true. Who are you, the other side of my brain? I did not know this danger that if you feel bad, saying these positive affirmations can make you feel worse. This is one scenario where you cannot fake it till you make it because you always know when you're faking it. What I gather from this study, which I'll link down below, is if you are more resistant to the statement, it is more likely to backfire. So if you say something like, I am loved, and you do not believe in your heart, in your core that you are loved, then it's going to make you feel worse. So try lessening the statement. Say, I am willing to believe I am loved, or I am willing to release resistance towards the belief that I am loved. If saying that is more believable to you, then that will be way more effective. And hey, if you still don't believe that and you say something like, I'm willing to release the belief that I am unlovable, and you're like, how am I still resisting that? Like, I don't want to feel unlovable. Who would want to feel unlovable? But you still feel that resistance? Well, that's a hint. That's something that you can look inside yourself and say, why am I so attached to this belief that I am unlovable? Well, because it makes me feel safe. It's like a safety blanket. It makes me feel comfortable, maybe. You gotta do some self-introspection, and you can't just, put an affirmation over it like some sort of band-aid over a bullet wound. Steve Rose, PhD, because putting PhD by their name makes them more credible, says, and I quote, positive affirmations don't work for those trying to escape from negative thoughts or painful emotions. In fact, affirmations can often make the situation worse by reminding an individual that they are not living up to that affirmation. In this brain scanning study that I'm showing you, they focus on something called self-affirmations, which I didn't really understand what they were. I didn't think there was a difference between self-affirmations and positive affirmations, but there is a big one. Self-affirmations focus on core beliefs rather than some blanket statement like, I am loved. It's like the pit of the apple. It focuses on things that have special value for you, so like an old teddy bear or an old blanket. At the University of Pennsylvania, a neurology study led by a doctoral candidate shows that self-affirmations lead to increased resistance and an increased positive view of yourself. In this study, they got a group of people, as they often do, and they asked them to rank their beliefs. Some of these beliefs were creativity, family, politics, business. I'll list the rest of the beliefs down below. Then they were asked to think of a time that their top-ranked beliefs were happening, like a past time you celebrated with your family, or a time you took a trip in the past. Then they switched to the future. So they said, imagine a future get-together with your family, or imagine a future trip that you're going to take. This note of the study is not to be grazed over because they noticed how your brain lights up when you are told to think about something in the future versus thinking about something in the past. And they saw that when they said a future situation, the brain went haywire. It was like dance party, with all of the lights. This may link to visualization, which I find very interesting. I didn't see really any articles that connected it to visualization, but I hope that there will be more studies in the future about that. It was learned that we are more strongly tied to our identity when we're thinking of the future. Now I will show you this picture of a brain scan that I have no idea what it really means. There's just some places lighting up there. What I do know is that these brain scans show that when you ask somebody to focus on a future event that is connected to one of their core values, like a creative endeavor or a family event, then there is more self-affirming activity, meaning that your identity is more tied to your future self. And when you contemplate on these situations, you increase resistance and you increase self-confidence because you have a better idea of who you are, of your identity. One of the key points I want you to take away from this is we need to alter our affirmations. We need to focus on effort over competence. Instead of saying, I'm very good at this, switch to focus on affirmations that have an emphasis on effort, like saying, I will do my very best. This means this self-help affirmations culture that I have bought into has put me in danger many times. Luckily, when I feel like shit, I don't want to sit in the mirror and repeat how amazing I am. Common sense strikes again. Sometimes it works. What are some ways to focus on your core beliefs? Well, to begin, I would recommend to rank those core beliefs that they gave to the participants in the study that I put down below. Then, imagine situations relating to that belief. For bonus Christmas lights to light up in your head, make sure that you're thinking about it in a future context. Then when you're going through a tough time in your life and you need some more resistance, you need to be sure of who you are. Like maybe someone walks into your life and they make you like question who you are, and then they walk out and then you're all like in shambles and you're like, well, like, who am I? I don't know my identity, and just like, you really messed me up. All you gotta do is focus on your core beliefs and then imagine situations future related to those beliefs, and then that's gonna allow you to increase your resistance and to be more sure of who you are. Say the belief in a way that you believe it more. So saying something like, I am happy, when you are not happy at all, is going to make it so much worse. Try saying something like, I'm willing to be happy, or I'm willing to release my resistance towards happiness, or I try my best at being happy. Those are things that you are more likely to believe, and that way you're not going to beat yourself up and feel worse. Focus on trying your best over being your best. If you made it this far in this video, comment down below saying I will try my best, and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos about radical things like this on the regular. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching once again, and as always, don't forget to think beyond and peace.